This is another testimony I'd like to share with you called Inner Joy and Deliverance Can Return Your Joy. This is about a 38-year-old young woman named Melissa. Melissa was a product of an unwanted pregnancy. Some babies are prettier than others, and Melissa wasn't a very cute baby. Her mother despised her even before she was born, and then when she saw Melissa, she called her the lizard. And Melissa's older sister was called, quote, the pretty one. The pretty one and Mom called Melissa the lizard her whole life, and Dad began molesting Melissa at a very young age. And then she was impregnated by her dad at 14 years old. And her mom and dad forced her to get an abortion. Melissa became a Christian, and she married a young man who would become a pastor. She played the part of the perfect pastor's wife. All the while, she was enduring horrible verbal and sexual abuse at the hands of her husband. Her husband controlled everything in their lives. He eventually took all of their money and ran off with another woman from the church. Melissa was left penniless, and she was left alone. She moved into a small apartment with a friend, and then one night was raped while doing laundry. All of this was too much for Melissa, and fear brought her to the point of barricading herself in the apartment. And when she contacted me, which is Scott Bitkin was writing this. This is a testimony off his website, innerhealinganddeliverance.org. So, let's see. So when she contacted me, she'd been sitting in the dark. She'd been crying for over 3 months. Another minister, her name was Patsy, and I took Melissa through inner healing. The little multiple personalities that were caused by all her abuse were popping up all over the place. Jesus showed up for each one of them and tenderly and lovingly healed each one. It was beautiful to see. There were many demons because there were demons on every wound. When the deliverance was over, Melissa opened her eyes and she smiled. She jumped out of her chair. She grabbed her guitar and she began singing praises to the Lord. Her joy was overwhelming. And then when Patsy and I left, Melissa left the apartment for the first time in 3 months and went on a long walk. Melissa's friend told Patsy, Melissa is back. Now that's an amazing testimony. A girl who went through so much. Little do we realize, I don't believe that I did before I went through training in regard to inner healing and deliverance. How much that the things that happen to us, circumstances and things that we go through, bring such abuse to the point of that our soul is so wounded, and then demons attack that wound and keep us bound up and just in trauma until we can find freedom. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I have a few more from his website that I am going to share. The next one I'm going to share will be God Will Not Override Your Will. So in saying that, I'll get on to the next one, and I just thank you for joining me. I thank you for coming and listening to the testimonies, and it is our sincere prayer and desire that somebody somewhere be encouraged, that God will come. Jesus will come and heal you. Jesus will come and he will heal those wounds. It is not beyond him. It is not too big for him.